Have you ever hung out with someone and left feeling completely exhausted, like your energy was drained? Today, I'll be sharing 10 major red flags that toxic people show, and I'll give you 10 ways to set boundaries and protect your peace. Because life is way too short to let people mess with your vibe. Let's get into it. 10 red flags of a toxic person. 1. Manipulation. Manipulation occurs when someone twists your words or actions to make you feel guilty or to get their way. For example, if you refuse a favor because you're overwhelmed, they might say, "If you really cared, you'd do this for me." This creates guilt and makes you question your own feelings, even when your boundaries are reasonable. Healthy relationships respect your choices without making you feel bad about them. Number 2. Constant negativity. It's natural for people to have bad days, but some individuals radiate negativity all the time. They often criticize the good things happening in your life, like saying, "That won't last long," when you share good news. Being around constant negativity can weigh on your mental health and drain your energy. 3. Dismissing your feelings. When someone dismisses your emotions, it can make you feel insignificant or overly sensitive. They might say things like, "You're overreacting," or "You're too sensitive," when you're simply expressing how you feel. This kind of behavior invalidates your experiences and creates self-doubt. Genuine relationships involve listening and showing empathy. You deserve to feel heard and understood. 4. Always playing the victim. Some people refuse to take accountability for their actions and blame others for every setback. For example, they might say, "It's my boss's fault I lost my job," without acknowledging their own mistakes. This constant victim mentality can be draining. True growth comes from owning up to mistakes and working to improve, and you shouldn't have to carry the emotional weight for someone who refuses to do so. 5. Competing instead of supporting. In healthy relationships, friends celebrate each other's successes. Toxic individuals, however, turn everything into a competition. For instance, when you share good news, they might immediately talk about how they've achieved something bigger or better. This need to one-up others can make you feel like your accomplishments are insignificant. 6. Disrespecting boundaries. Everyone needs boundaries to feel safe and respected in their relationships. A toxic person often ignores these boundaries, whether it's showing up uninvited, calling you non-stop when you ask for space, or pressuring you to do things you're uncomfortable with. Respectful relationships honor your boundaries without making you feel guilty for setting them. 7. Excessive criticism. There's a difference between constructive feedback and constant criticism. Toxic people tend to focus on tearing you down, pointing out flaws in your appearance, decisions, or actions. They may say things like, "Are you really wearing that?" Or "Why are you even trying? You'll fail anyway." Over time, this can erode your confidence and make you second-guess yourself. 8. One-sided support. When you're in need, they suddenly become too busy or uninterested, yet they demand your time and energy when they need help. This imbalance can leave you feeling drained and unappreciated. A good relationship is a two-way street where both people can rely on each other. 9. Making you feel isolated. Toxic people often try to isolate you by planting seeds of doubt about others or discouraging you from spending time with friends and family. They might make comments like, "Your other friends don't care about you like I do," to make you overly dependent on them. This isolation can lead to loneliness and make it harder to see the toxic patterns in your relationship. 10. They lie or gossip constantly. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. If someone lies, even about small things, it's likely they're dishonest about bigger issues too. And if they gossip about others to you, chances are they're gossiping about you behind your back. Constant lying or gossiping shows a lack of integrity and respect, making it hard to trust or connect with that person. How to set boundaries and stay away from toxic people. Alright, we've spotted the red flags. Now let's talk about how to keep those toxic vibes out of your life. Setting boundaries is like putting a "Do Not Disturb" sign on your peace and happiness. Here are 10 ways to guard your energy and stay in control of your life. 1. Know your worth. Toxic people often thrive on making you doubt yourself. But it's time to flip the script. Whenever someone disrespects or undervalues you, ask yourself, would I accept this for someone I care about? The answer should always be no. Once you embrace your worth, you'll naturally set higher standards for how others treat you. And trust me, babe, you deserve nothing less than the best. 2. Practice saying no. Saying no is one of the most empowering things you can do. Toxic people might guilt trip you for declining their demands, but remember, no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain or justify your reasons. Whether it's saying no to extra favors or declining a hangout, protecting your energy should always come first. 3. Speak up early. If someone oversteps your boundaries or brings negativity into your life, let them know in a calm but direct way. For instance, if a friend constantly complains or gossips, you could say, "Hey, I'd rather focus on positive stuff right now." Speaking up early shows that you value your mental health and won't tolerate harmful behavior. 4. Limit your time with them. Toxic people can drain your energy, so it's okay to limit your time with them. You don't have to cut them off completely. Just create some distance. For example, if hanging out leaves you feeling emotionally exhausted, politely decline future plans or shorten your interactions. 5. Don't justify yourself. You don't owe anyone a detailed explanation for your boundaries. Toxic people often try to make you feel guilty, but you're not obligated to defend your decisions. Saying, "I can't make it," is enough. Keep it simple and avoid falling into the trap of over-explaining. It only opens the door for arguments or guilt-tripping. 6. Stick to your guns. Toxic people may test you, but consistency is key. If someone tries to push past your limits, calmly remind them of your boundary. For example, if you asked for space and they keep calling, say, "I really need you to respect my request." Staying firm shows you're serious about protecting your peace. 7. Don't take it personally. When you start setting boundaries, toxic people might react poorly. They might sulk, get angry, or accuse you of being selfish. But that's on them, not you. Their reaction says more about their inability to respect boundaries than it does about your choices. 8. Prioritize yourself. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Take time to do things that recharge and make you happy. If you're constantly giving to others, you'll burn out. Make yourself a priority and remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Those who genuinely care about you will respect your need to take care of yourself. 9. Surround yourself with positive people. The best way to keep toxic vibes at bay is to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Real friends celebrate your successes, listen to your concerns, and respect your boundaries. So there you have it. Setting boundaries and staying away from toxic people is all about knowing your worth, being clear about your needs, and not settling for less. Your peace is precious, and it's worth fighting for. If you've got any red flags or boundary-setting tips of your own, drop them in the comments. I love hearing from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on protecting your peace and living your best life. You've got this. Always.